Well guys, I was walking the fence here and saw this tree had fallen over onto our fence, and there's some hot wires here, so I don't want to get into those, but I keep my folding saw right on top in my bag, and this should make short work of it. Nice job, it's complete. Let's see if we can get these wires fixed without getting shocked. Get bitten by the neighbor's dogs. Well, I'm gonna have to go kill the fence to get these. Well guys, I'm going to have to go kill the fence so I can get these wires fixed here. But when I do that, the fence was probably grounded out the whole time. We'll go see how it's doing. Well, alright gentlemen, I came over here, I unplugged the electric fence. I went back over there about a mile, fixed the fence. Now I get to plug it back in. And we are working good. Well, we put this little piece of wire in here so that people might think it's actually connected. And there you go. Alright guys, well so far today I picked up that tinder bundle that you saw me do earlier. I had to run the fences one more time because Mr. Bruce told me that there was a tree falling over. I took care of that tree, had to go back, turn off the power, go back over there, fix the fence. Now I'm back over here at one of the ponds on the hunting property with my small fishing kit. Okay, there's guys that have plenty of smaller kits, okay, than this fishing kit. But I think if you're near water, fishing is by far and away the easiest way to get meat that there is. So you're much better off carrying a good fishing kit versus carrying an in-depth hunting arsenal or whatever. It's much lighter and it's going to put more food on your table overall. You know, depending on where you are. If you're in Alaska and it's frozen over half the year, then yeah, fishing probably isn't an option for you. If what I say doesn't apply to your given situation, I understand. Down here in Alabama, it's just easy. It really is. Vines are everywhere, cordage, you know, it just doesn't get it easier. But anyway, you're better off with an in-depth fishing kit than you are an in-depth hunting kit when it comes to putting meat on the table. A lot of your fishing items will transfer over into trapping items as well. So This is my fishing kit. This is just a no-name brand. I got this on eBay to try it out. I haven't even used this pole yet. Zebco 11 with the trigger. If you get the push button, the one that has the push button in the back, that's actually a much smaller setup than this, because this riser right here isn't nearly so large. So that may be a better option for a lot of people. I got this for free from a buddy of mine that didn't like it. I happen to love it. And I've got 3 of these. This is my low grade. I've got 2 Platinum series. This is just the typical one that Zebco sells, but there's nothing wrong with it. And then here's my small fishing kit. You can see right there, those are called beetle spins. This particular brand is made by Betts. But those Betts beetle spins, I'll be using one of those every time, and I like the white with the red dot. It's worked for me pretty well around here. But that's what I'm going to be using today, is that small beetle spin right there. I'll show you it again in just a second. This is the Betts beetle spin, okay? And I want to try to teach you a Palomar knot, if I can. Palomar knot is, I believe, or I think, one of the easiest and one of the strongest knots you can use on fishing line. First thing you're going to do is double it up, okay? This is called a bite when it's folded over like that. You're going to take that bite and you're going to put it through the eye of your hook or your lure or whatever you're doing. Come back up, a simple overhand knot that you've or have been tying since you were a little kid. Now when you pull that through, you want your bite to be as long as possible. So there we go. That's my overhand knot, and there's the bite that I pulled through. Now you're going to take that bite and you're going to bring the lure all the way through that bite. Just like so. Now you pull it and it's cinched tight. You take this little tag end here and you cut that off to where there's about an inch remaining, half an inch rather. And there it is, the Palomar knot. Now let's see if we can catch some fish. One other thing that's part of my fishing kit now is a piece of bank line. This piece is maybe 4 to probably 5 feet long. It's got an overhand knot on either side with a loop, okay? That's all it is. When I catch a fish, I'm going to be taking this bite here, this loop, putting it through the gill of the fish and through here. And that's my stringer, guys. That's all I've used for a stringer when I'm out here. I actually have a stringer in my tackle box, but this is a lot lighter, so this is what I use when I'm out here. And other than the pole, it all fits in the pocket of a t-shirt. Tell you what I know about brim fishing is if the water's clear, you want to use more of a natural color. If the water's dirty, you want to use something bright like this white here. This water is very clear. Well guys, I wasn't having any luck with the white one. The water is really clear, so I'm going to try this one here. See what happens. Got one. Guys, that just goes to show that was my first cast with this new lure, or with this new color of lure, and got a real nice bluegill. So I'm going to put him on the stringer and go for a couple more. It was I really think it was just the color more than anything. Only do this if you're planning on cleaning the fish, because once you mess up their gills, they're a goner. I do this knowing that I'm going to eat this fish later. But in the gill, out the mouth. Come back through. And he's not going anywhere now. Alright guys, I think I've got my fourth fish here. When I said I'd quit after I got, well, I think I got it. There he is. Here's my fourth bluegill. Alright. So there is number 4. He's about the same size, about a hand-sized bluegill. It's a real good eating size. Alright. Alright guys, that's 50 minutes of work, 50 minutes, 4 fish. It was either going to be 4 fish or, you know, 1 big fish obviously, but 4 bluegill, 1 big fish, or 1 hour. And I got 4 bluegill, so that's going to be dinner tonight. I'm still going to hunt tonight after I eat, and maybe I'll get something bigger and I can start preserving that meat or whatever. But so far I've been out in the woods for 5 hours now. I've been out here and had to do some fence work and stuff like that again, but so far there's dinner. I've been here 5 hours. Dinner is secure. I want to talk to you real quick about priorities. My priorities are different in this situation than what they would be normally. Your priorities are normally going to be shelter, water, fire, and then food. Food is always going to come after those 3, alright? Shelter, water, and fire. And those can change in order depending on your conditions. Fire, shelter, water. Those can be different levels of priority, but food always comes after those 3. And that kind of gets overlooked a lot. But in my situation here, you saw how much water I've got. That isn't an issue. It's probably 85 to 90 degrees today. Fire isn't an issue right now. Shelter I already have built from the hunting camp in the previous videos. So my 3 main priorities are taken care of already. I've got water with me that I brought from home, okay, as you would if you were hunting. So fire, shelter, water, those are taken care of. I came out here initially and could immediately start working on the 4th one, which is food. Which I also brought a little bit with me, but not a whole lot. So I'm glad I've got the bluegill, or I would have been hungry tonight.